Good morning all of you. Today we have to start exercise 3.2. Rest of the questions which were left yesterday we have to discuss today. Now the 10th question is, we have to express these numbers in the sum of three odd prime numbers. Suppose we have taken here 3, then what is left here? 18. Now we have to divide 18 into another two prime numbers like this. Okay. Again we have taken 3 here. The 3 is the first odd prime number. Then what is left here? 28. Now we have to divide 28 into another two prime numbers. In such a manner we can divide the numbers into sum of 3 odd prime numbers. This is the larger one, so we can take 13 here. The next one is 23 and 17. If we have taken 11, then what is left here? 50. Then we have to divide 50 into sum of two odd prime numbers, 11, 19 and 31. The sum is 61. In such a manner we can divide we can express the number into the sum of three odd prime numbers. Now the 11th question is, we have to make 5 such pairs whose sum is 5 such pair of prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5. One example is already given in the question, that 3 plus 7 is equals to 10 and 10 is divisible by 5. In such a manner we have to make 5 more pairs, like 13 plus 7, that is equals to 20, that is divisible by 5. 17 plus 3 equals to 20, divisible by 5. 97 plus 3 equals to 100, divisible by 5. 37 plus 3 equals to 40, that is divisible by 5. 17 plus 13 equals to 40, that is equals to 30, that is also equals to divisible by 5. Now here all the numbers are divisible by 5 and these are the sum of two prime numbers. In such a manner we can make more pairs also, but here they have asked only 5 pairs, so we have written here 5 pairs only. Now come to the fill-ups of question number 12. A number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number. A number which has more than 2 factors is called a composite number. One is neither prime nor composite. The smallest prime number is 2 and the smallest composite number is 4. The smallest even number is 2. Have you done the fill-ups? Now our next topic is divisibilities. Divisibility by 2. Already you have studied in 5th standard also. How can we see, or how can we say that the number is divisible by 2 or not without division? Suppose the number is 256. Without division, how can we say that the number is divisible by 2 or not? For that, we will see the ones place digit of the number. The ones place, if the ones place digit of the number is even number, so the number is divisible by 2. And if the ones place digit of the number is odd number, 3 is a odd number, so this number is not divisible by 2. It doesn't matter that how much larger is number. Suppose the number is a large number, it's a large number, then also we will see the ones place digit only of this number. If the ones place digit is odd, the number is not divisible by 2, and if the ones place digit of the number is even, then the number is divisible by 2. Have you understood how can we see the divisibility by 2? Now the divisibility by 4. For the divisibility by 4, we will see the last two digits of the number. That is 56. Now we will see that 56 is divisible by 4 or not. Is it exactly divisible by 4? 4 ones are 4. 1 is left. Then 4 fours are 16. So it is 56 is exactly divisible by 4. So this whole number will be divisible by 4. Means it is divisible by 4. Here also, if the number is large number, then also we will see the last two digits of this number, that is 16. We will see either 16 is divisible by 4 or not. Here the 16 is divisible by 4. So the whole number is divisible by 4. If the last two digits, the number formed by the last two digits is not divisible by 4, then the number will not be divisible by 4. Here the 17 is not divisible by 4, so the whole number will not be divisible by 4. Have you understood the divisibility by 4? Now see the divisibility by 5. See the table of 5. And observe the ones place digit of the number, that is either 0 or 5. So this is the divisibility of 5. The ones place digit of the number is either 5 or 0. So the number will be divisible by 5. Suppose the number is 925. The ones place digit of the number is 5. So this number will be divisible by 5. And if the last place digit of the number is 3, 923, 3. So it will not be divisible by 5. If the last or the ones place digit of the number is 0, then also the number will be divisible by 5. So the divisibility of 5 is the ones place digit will be equals to either 0 or 5. So the number will be divisible by 5. Now the divisibility by 8. For 2 we have seen the ones place digit. For 4 we have seen the tens and ones place digit. And for 8 we have to see 100, tens and ones place digit. Suppose the number is 4, 3, 2, 8, 1, 6. Then we will see the last three digits of this number, 816. Is it divisible by 8? Divided by 8. Exactly divisible by 8 because the remainder is 0. So if the last three digits are divisible by 8, so the whole number will be divisible by 8. Means the whole number 4328816 is divisible by 8. If the last three digits are not divisible by 8, suppose it is 815 here, then this number will not be exactly divisible by 8. So this number will not be divisible by 8. The whole number will not be divisible by 8. If the last three digits are divisible by 8, then the whole number will be divisible by 8. So without division we can check the numbers, either they are divisible by the given number or not. Divisibility by 10. See the table of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The ones place digit is always 0. So if the last place digit or the ones place digit of the number is 0, then the number will be divisible by 10. Suppose 250, the ones place digit is 0, so this number is divisible by 10, sorry. 2000, the ones place digit is divisible by 10 or 0, so this number is also divisible by 10. 2050, the ones place digit is 0, so this number is divisible by 10. Now we can see the divisibility by 3. The divisibility by 3 is quite different. Suppose the number is 256 and we have to check whether it is divisible by 3 or not without division. Then we will add the number of digits. The sum of the digits we will find out for the divisibility of 3. 2 plus 1 plus 6, 2 plus 1 3, and 3 plus 6 is 9. So if their sum is divisible by 3, this is exactly divisible by 3. So the whole number will be divisible by 3. We can take some more example. 2319. Find out the sum of the digits of this number. That is 15. 15 is divisible by 3. 3 5s are 15. So this number will be divisible by 3. Okay. Now the divisibility by 9. Divisibility by 9 is same as divisibility by 3. For that also we will find out the sum of the digits of the number. Like 9, 1, 8, 8, 1. Find out the sum. 9 plus 1 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1. 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 8, 26, 26 plus 1, 27. So their sum is divisible by 9 or not? 27 is divisible by 9 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 9. So this number will also be divisible by 9. So divisibility of 3 and 9 are same. We have to find out the sum of the digits of the number. If the sum is divisible by 3, then the number will be divisible by 3. And if the sum is divisible by 9, then the number will be divisible by 9. Now the divisibility by 6. For the divisibility by 6, we have to find out the prime factors of 6, that are 2 and 3. So for the divisibility of 6, we will check the divisibility of 2 and 3. If the number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then it will divisible by 6, like 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now see the ones place digit of the number, that is 2, even number. So this number will be divisible by 2 because it is an even number. And find out the sum of the digits of the number. Their sum is 6. That is also divisible by 3. So the number 1212 is divisible by 2 and 3 both. So it will be divisible by 6 also. Now divided by 6. Have you seen it is divisible by 6 or not? Okay. So without division you have to check. For that you will check the divisibility of 2 and 3 both. If the number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then it will divisible by 6 also. Some more divisibilities are there that we'll discuss tomorrow. Till then you can learn all these divisibilities. You read from the book and understand better from the book. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss more divisibilities.